Welcome back.
Hey, everybody.
It's episode what?
Number 11, believe it or not. And I am back in sunny Burbank. Happy to be here. And this is live stream number. Huh?
You're not the hologram?
Skype. This is Skype VR. So, yeah, so we're live from Ultimate Studios in LA, and super excited to be here. Want to say thanks to Charlie to my left and Ernesto also to my left for making this easy. I've been hanging out on the couch for the past hour while these guys scramble. I want to also give a shout out to Chris Johnson for introducing us to our artist today, who I will mention now. So we are happy to have Drew of the Drew and Tammy Infusino with us today. And Drew's going to be playing bass and guitar and piano, I think. And Tammy's going to be singing. And it's the sound check was amazing. So I think we're going to be in for a treat. So Charlie, anything on your end?
No, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Should
be
be
a little
good.
bit different this time, too, which is nice.
Yeah, some new things. So right on. Should we...
You want to introduce them?
Let's do it. So, yeah, say hello to Tammy and Drew.
Talk to me there, Tammy, real quick.
Hi.
There we go.
Ooh. Coming in hot.
There we go.
Right on. So, we've introduced you guys. Anything you want to say before we get started?
Yeah, it's time for a shootout.
Yeah, so what we're going to do first is if I'm, Charlie, let me double check this with you. So the first song is a cappella?
Yes.
So we're going to do
Mercedes-Benz.
Yes, we're going to do, Tammy's going to do an a cappella rendition of Mercedes-Benz and into 3 mics, 1 verse into each of 3 mics. So there's a...
We'll start with the 47X, then it'll be the 67X, and then the
Mini
87.
K87,
Yep.
yeah. So everyone can hear Tammy through each of those 3 mics right off the top of the set. So, are we recording?
Yep. We will be.
Right on. Whenever you're ready, Tammy.
All right, hold on a sec.
I'm ready.
All right, so you're on the 47 first.
Yes, sir.
Go for it.
Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. Worked hard all my lifetime. No help from my friends. So, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a color TV? Dialing for dollars is trying to find me. I wait for delivery each day until 3. So, Lord, won't you buy me a color TV? Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a night on the town? I'm counting on you, Lord. Please don't let me down. So prove that you love me and buy the next round. Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a night on the town? Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. I worked hard all my lifetime. No help from my friends. So, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz?
Nice.
Right on.
Thank you.
So I should say, too, mic-wise, we've got no pop filter out, and she's about, I don't know how far, you about a foot away?
About a foot.
Right in there. So it's really natural, and there's nothing in the room. It's just her and a mic.
And what about EQ compression?
No, I have a little bit of the Yamaha Pro R3 just for a little reverb tail, so it's not dry, and that's it.
And then and preamps are...
I mean, okay, EQ, I'm doing a low cut at 50 hertz.
Okay.
That's
fair.
it.
Yeah, I mean, we try not to do a low cut in the mics because, you know, maybe you want it there. You can always take it out later. You know, the low end.
In a vocal, I almost never want 50 hertz or below.
No, but the mic might be used on something else is what I'm trying to say. We don't hardwire a low cut into the mic because you might want to put that mic on a bass cab. That's all I was saying.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Listen to him.
We didn't rehearse this.
It's the Laurel and Hardy show.
And then the preamps, Trident console, transformerless.
Yep. We're
Okay.
straight into the Trident.
Right on. And the order of mics?
It was the 47X, the 67X, and the 87.
Okay.
You have a favorite?
Tammy, any thoughts on?
I love the 67X. I've been falling in love with it all day, so I'm gonna steal this one.
And that's what you're talking into now, because I think that's all our favorite.
Yeah, that's the one that we loved in the warm-up. So, but we'd love to hear your thoughts in the chat if you guys have preferences. Throw the comments out there. And there's no right answer. Everyone's ears are different, so feel free to pick something else. We won't tell you you're wrong
As long
to your face.
as you agree with us.
So right on. Okay, thank you. So what's next?
Music.
Song number 2.
Yep.
Got another one.
Yep. So real quick, Drew, can you just let me make some noise for a second? I want to make sure I got you up in here. There we go. Excellent. All right, so we've got some track to roll out. You guys ready to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
I go walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I go out walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles along the highway. Well, that's just my way of saying I love you. I go walking after midnight, searching for you. I stop and see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me. Stop to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. As the skies turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me, searching for me, searching for me.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thanks.
Very nice. Okay, so I am going to mention that we are using the 67 from here on out on the vocals, right?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Otherwise, I'm leaving.
Okay, we'll use it.
It's on my rider.
Yeah. Nice.
So yeah, Mini K67x on vocals, and the bass rig is a little complicated. Drew, can you give us a rundown on your whole bass situation there?
Yeah, absolutely. Are we live here on the 87? All right. So basically what we've got going on here, this up front, we got the Kiesel Zeus right here. I had to make me a custom zebra wood fretboard because I wanted an unlined fretless, and I just thought it would look really beautiful. And so what I've got here at my feet, I've got my pedal board, but we have the bass amp running back there that is pre-effects. So when you hear the sound like this, oh, it's already unplugged. When you hear the sound like this, the distorted part is coming out of the pedal board, which is hitting the guitar amp. But we've got...
I can mute it for you too.
This is just the bass by itself. So that way, when we combine both sounds, you don't lose the low end out of the guitar amp, and you don't get the sound of the kind of papery distortion that you get in the bass amp. Let's get both back together.
So, and then there's two cabs in the back ISO, and on the bass cab we have a Mini K47x, and on the guitar cab we have a Mini K67x.
Yes,
I believe. Yeah. And those mics they're pretty close this time, right? A couple inches.
Yeah, they're a lot closer than the last time. Probably just a couple inches.
And I was going to ask you that.
And the bass cab is the Polytone Mini Brute, and that the 47X is dead center of that cone. And on the guitar portion of it, which is all his effects, it's just slightly on the edge of the cone of the dust cap.
And I was going to ask you, Charlie, because I know in the last one the guitar mic, the guitar cab mic was further back. How do you decide?
Just depending on what's coming out of it. In this case, it was mainly effects. So I went a little closer, but I went off axis just a little bit. So it kind of tucked back behind the bass a little.
Okay.
And if it's guitar and it's like blaring, sometimes the better sound is a couple feet or 16, 18 inches out, where especially if there's two speakers, because that kind of all comes together there.
Mm-hmm. When you do, sorry to take a quick guitar cab tangent, but I'm curious. As a non-guitar player, when you do shove a mic right up against the guitar cab, do you end up doing a high pass somewhere? Because otherwise it's just going to be muddy.
Well, that'll depend. I mean, that's one of the things, like Ernesto and I kind of like the same starting point, which is off axis of the cone, but angled back in towards the cone. Because then you can kind of just twist it a little bit to get a little brighter, a little darker. And then, yeah, if it's a really thick sound, you could low cut that a little bit or just pull it back. Mm-hmm. Either one of those will have a similar effect.
Right.
Although the low cut is a bit more immediate.
Right. Right on. Okay, song number 3. Tammy and Drew, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this has a backing track,
Yep.
Yeah, so this one is an original that's going to be on my upcoming album.
And what is this one called, Tammy?
It's tentatively called Buttermilk. That's the name of the track as we named it. Buttermilk.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Do it 'cause I want, need to, and not because I want to. Do it 'cause I need to, not because I want. Everyone loves me, everyone but me. Can you start it over? Is that so annoying?
Yeah, we'll take it from the top.
Yeah, I got a little case of forgot the lyrics. This song's about imposter syndrome, so it's appropriate that I should make you start the track over.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Do it 'cause I need to, not because I want to. Do it 'cause I need to, not because I want. Everyone loves me, everyone but me. Oh, Jesus Lord, someone who thinks they know better. My vision is muddy, just like the money. It doesn't mean I don't need some. How many times have I been done? And why I got to fight for my love? I think we're fighting too much. My mind abandoned my trust. My thoughts are doing too much. My feet are tired, I'm stuck. I think I'm doing too much. And why I got to fight for my love? I think we're fighting too much. Do it 'cause I need to, not because I want to. Do it 'cause I need to, not because I want. I'm living in private. I don't like the quiet. I open my mouth but I can't pray, 'cause I'm busy standing in my way. I'm underselling. Nothing's compelling me to. If I cannot be perfect, does that mean I'm not worth much enough? And why I got to fight for my love? I think we're fighting too much. My mind abandoned my trust. My thoughts are doing too much. My feet are tired, I'm stuck. I think I'm doing too much. And why I got to fight for my love? I think we're fighting too much. Do it 'cause I need to, not because I want to. Do it 'cause I need to, not because I want. Do it 'cause I need to, not because I want to. I do it 'cause I need to, not because I want. That's the perfect song to have a little breakdown on, because that's what it's about.
It sounded great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just wrote it, so the lyrics are like distant.
That's good. You know, sometimes the best way to learn a song is, live.
You know, and sometimes when you need to connect to the emotion, you just got to get yourself really upset.
Yeah.
So here we are.
So Tammy, tell us about that record. How far along is it, and when do you expect it to come out?
I have like 15 or 16 songs that are all written, and I'm at the point of recording final vocals basically and polishing up the production and hoping that I'll have it by the end of March. That's the aim. So spring.
Right on.
And I'm so excited to record on this 67X. I can't even, it's a good compliment to my voice. I think.
Well, you're not taking mine.
Got it. I'll get my...
We'll make more. It's all good. All right, so what's the instrumentation for this next track?
This is just going to be piano. Drew's going to play the piano.
This is a not new song.
Tell Drew, hey, he can pull that V87. If there's enough line on that, tell him to take that over.
Oh, yeah. You can pull that over.
Oh, I guess I could have told you. We all
He
got
can hear
headphones
you.
on.
Perfect. Well, now.
Yeah, so this is another song that's going to be on the album. This one is a little bit older, and it was kind of, when I wrote it, it's like an aspirational love song. I was not in love when I wrote it, and I was kind of imagining what it would be like to be falling in love with someone and like at the point of like wanting to say I love you and being scared of that. So it's called Good Morning.
And the piano, we have a pair of Mini K87s, and you can see they're not in the shot because I am miking the backside. I like to mic the soundboard on this particular piano. It's usually where my choruses live. But the 87s sound really nice and actually fit the song very nicely. So let me mute that. Play for me a little there, Drew. Just give me a little something, something.
Oh, that's better.
There we go. All right, groovy.
You ready for us?
All right. All right. The show is yours. We are rolling.
I'm going to let you do an intro. Monsters in my rear view, I have been running so long, I've been running that it's hard to see you. This could be something, am I feeling something now? 'Cause I've been waiting, but I'm afraid and I'm trying to fight it, I'm trying to hide. Don't make me say it, don't make me say it, you're gonna make me say it, oh I can't say it. Good morning, baby, good morning, baby, good morning, baby, good morning, baby. I don't know how to feel about this, or maybe I do and I can't handle it. I don't know what to feel about it, or maybe I do and I'm just scared about it. 'Cause I've been waiting, but I'm afraid and I'm trying to hide it, I'm trying to fight it. Don't make me say it, don't make me say it, oh I can't say it, you're gonna make me say good morning, baby, good morning, baby, yeah, good morning, baby, good morning, baby, you got me saying good morning, baby, good morning, baby, good morning, baby, good morning, baby, you got me thinking eggs over easy, you got me on the top daydreaming, yeah, you got me all up in my feelings. I'm somewhere between wanting and needing, baby. Oh, 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 oh. Good morning, baby. Think I'm in love with you, baby. Oh, good morning, baby. Good morning, baby. Good morning, baby, baby. I think that I'm in love with you, babe. Good morning, baby. Good morning, babe.
Right on.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice. You have a fantastic voice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, the piano sounds great too.
Yeah, I like how the 87s are really smooth. I mean, they're fairly neutral in the like the mid range and the high mid on the piano, and it just makes it feel very relaxed, very kind of round.
Yeah, it works with the song.
Yeah. I want to say that I thought of that,
I've heard that before.
but since I'd never heard the song before today, or this version anyway, so I was like, I didn't come up with that. It sounds great. It sounds really nice.
Thanks. I like it here. I'm just gonna stay, I think. I'm gonna record the album in here.
I've got to get you back doing more vocals, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We will make that happen.
So Drew's back to the bass.
Yep.
Right on the bass.
All right. And so
So this one, Drew, I'm jumbled. I got notes. Drew made me notes, which has been very helpful. So this one's a bit more with the effects, right? Cool. Always best to ask.
We're gonna do this Natalie Imbruglia song, "Torn," that and Previn and Scott Cutler wrote. Scott Cutler, is that the right name? Yeah, they're married and now they're in charge of Pulse. But I love this song so much, so I'm bringing it back to the '90s.
I got no problem with that. You guys ready to do it? All right. You're rolling.
thought I saw a man brought to life. He was warm, he came around like he was dignified. You showed me what it was to cry, but you couldn't be that man that I adored. You don't seem to know, seem to care what your heart is for. I don't know him anymore. There's nothing where he used to lie. The conversation has run dry, and that's what's going on. Nothing's fine, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am ashamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. Well, I guess the fortune teller's right. I should have seen just what was there and not some holy light. But you crawl beneath my veins and now I don't care. I have no luck. I don't miss it all that much. There's just so many things that I can't touch. I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I'm ashamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. And you're a little late, 'cause I'm already torn. Yeah, I'm already torn. Oh, I'm already torn. I love that effects pedal so much.
Nice.
Yeah, that sounded great. So for those of you who are just joining us, we are featuring Drew of the Drew and Tammy Infusino in the studio today, and I'm about to drop their Instagram IDs into the chat so you can find out where to follow them there.
Listen to
Tammylicious.
saying drop and everything.
I'm not
Drop is
nearly
Gonna
cool
drop
enough
the
to say that.
bass.
Can you hear us? Can they hear us?
Yes.
Everybody.
Okay, great. So our Instagram handles are Tammylicious and Drew of the Drew. And also you can get the spelling of that on the...
There we go.
What effects pedal was that, Drew?
So this is a brand new, fresh, in the mail H90 from Eventide.
Oh, yeah.
Really, really cool. Is this in the angle? Is that in
Yeah,
the view?
you can barely see it. Yeah.
It's that big white one.
The one at the top, yeah. What's cool is that it gives you two effects loops built in. And so these two are in one loop, and then all of these distortions are in the other loop. So there's hardly any signal passing through the pedals when it's off. Because all of these top ones are the effects loop for this guy, basically.
Nice. Sounds cool.
Yeah, added a lot of atmosphere to that last one for sure.
I like it.
Yeah, it's easy to get more of these kind of high pads out of the bass with a pad like that. you
Yeah.
know? You can only get so much sustain out of the upper neck of the bass, so
Yeah, it's not a high gain guitar where you can just hit it and it goes forever.
yeah.
But it's cool. I like what it's doing to the bass.
Yeah, very unique. Having this double amp situation is incredible because sometimes you don't want the low end all distorted and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really good.
Yeah, so it keeps the body.
Exactly.
You know,
Keeps the body
there's always a
clean.
fundamental kind of below it, and all that stuff happens on top. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's a nice layer. It's kind of a cool layer cake.
So just because I don't really know, Drew, how does that work? So you're able to basically turn on and off the feed to the guitar amp that's running the effects from your pedal board. Is that what's going on?
Well, in this instance, yeah, I mean, basically, I have plans to develop a more complicated 2-amp situation where I would have on and off switches. But today we just have it wired up through his switch.
Yeah, we're just going through a radial. Is that the headlighter? Is that the
radial
headlight? Yeah, which is basically an amp, you know, a distro box. So it's just 1 in up to 4 out. So we're just splitting 2, 1 to go to each amp.
All right. Yeah.
That's great.
So are we ready for the next tune?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys want to introduce it?
This is
You want to tell the story about your concert? She just went to the concert.
This is a Harry Styles song, and my sister got us tickets for Christmas. I have 2 sisters. And then at the last minute, one of her friends was able to upgrade our tickets to like floor seats, so we were 2 feet from the stage, which was really, really fun. We stood 5 feet from Dave Grohl, which was also really cool. Yeah, so we just have our take on some pop goodness. This song's called As It Was, and it is Mr. Harry Styles.
All right, you guys, roll it out.
We start together.
Yeah, but just play me the chord song. Can you hear the bang out of that? I can. Oh, Lord. Sorry, I can't hear the click.
She needs to turn her click up.
How do I do that?
It's on 11.
Okay,
Turn it up.
great.
Click the knob. Push this in to turn it on.
Okay,
There you go.
great. Awesome. Okay.
All right. Now we got click.
All right, here we go.
There we go. Holding me, no? Holding me back. Gravity's holding me back. I want you to hold out the palm of your hand. Why don't we leave it at that? Nothing to say when everything gets in the way. Seems you cannot be replaced, and I am the one who will stay. In this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same. In this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same as it was, as it was, as it was. You know it's not the same as it was, as it was, as it was. You know it's not the same. Answer the phone, baby, you're no good alone. Why are you sitting at home on the floor? What kind of pills are you on? Ringing the bell, but nobody's coming to help. Your daddy lives by himself. He just wants to know that you're well. Whoa. 'Cause in this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same. Yeah. In this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same as it was, as it was, as it was. You know it's not the same as it was, as it was, as it was. You know it's not the same. Go home, get ahead, Lightspeed internet. I don't wanna talk about the way that it was. Said go home, get ahead, Lightspeed internet. I don't wanna talk about the way that it was. 'Cause in this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same. Yeah. In this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same as it was, as it was, as it was. You know it's not the same as it was, as it was, as it was. You know it's not the same.
I need an
was great.
applause track, like stadium size.
Just one applause is good for me, as long as there is applause.
Yeah, Tammy just just wants one person clapping for her, that's enough.
I could put a delay on it in here so it would sound like a lot of people.
Yeah, fill that out.
No, it's just strange. It's just strange when there's no, you know.
She told me at recess she used to sing everyone Lion King.
I did.
She would sit on something.
I would sit on the radiator and I would sing concerts of The Lion King.
Wow, that's pretty
For
good.
whoever would listen.
Well, that's what makes live streams kind of a little unnerving in the beginning because you're singing to a camera.
Yeah.
You know, and the camera
Yeah.
doesn't
Hey,
Yeah, you
give
don't
you
feel
anything.
the people. I'm looking like it's, you know, I need some eyes to lock onto.
Okay, let's do a quick recap for anyone that wasn't on the stream in the very beginning of what we have.
Yeah.
We-
So, go ahead,
No,
please.
no, you take it away.
Sure. Okay. So we started at the very top with Tammy did an a cappella cover tune of Mercedes-Benz, and we heard the Mini K47x, which I'll talk about in a second, and then the Mini K67x, and then the Mini K87, and we all liked the K67x on her vocal. Added some presence and I don't know. What would you say, Tammy? What were you?
It just for me, there's like this like shimmer at the high end that's really nice, and
The body is still there.
yeah,
I think that mic felt the most intimate. It's like your vocal came forward
Yeah.
to me, the listener.
and I feel like I can like whisper, you know, or it catches like all the beautiful stuff that's small, I think too, but then also the body of the lower notes for me.
That's awesome. I like that a lot. Thank you. Yeah, that's a quality of some vocal mics that the phrase that gets used is that they hear far into the room. And the larger mic that we make, the Colaris, absolutely does that. And the K67X does some of that as well. So it's great to hear that.
What exactly causes that? I mean, what is not causes? Maybe that's I didn't ask the question very well, but what makes that one mic do that more than another?
It's all me, actually. No, it's the capsule. It's mostly the capsule design. Yeah. So anyway, that was the first track, and so we did the little vocal mic test there, and then we have two cabs in the back ISO, and one is the nominal sort of bass cab, and that was the cleaner bass tone, right?
Yep.
And that has the Mini K47X on it.
Yep.
Fairly close to the grill, and then the effects cab has a Mini K67X on it.
Yep.
And then on the piano, on the back of the piano on the soundboard, we had a matched pair of Mini K87s. And then I was going to talk just for a second about the Mini K47X because it's our newest mic. It came out last fall, following on the K67X, which we launched in April and has been just like a runaway hit because it's, it's small, easy to use, and sounds amazing, and it's really great on vocals. And as an engineer once said to me, voices love transformers, and so when we made the K67X, we put a giant transformer in there. It's like it almost doesn't fit inside the mic. Like we had to clip the corners of the bobbin off to get the body to fit over it, literally. And then the K47X came out later, and that was basically like a hybrid of the K67X and the Mini K47. And as I'm listening to myself talk, it sounds like alphabet soup, and I apologize for that. But the idea is it's got the 47 capsule, which has its own sort of color, and then the circuit magic of the K67X, and you put them together, and it's a very different thing. And it's not just a K47. I mean, you've heard both, and
Oh yeah.
it ends up having a fairly different character, and it's really interesting to me because if you put those two mics, or really almost any two mics side by side, and you say blah blah blah, and you listen back, a lot of times it's not that different. But when you actually perform into them, put them on an instrument or a voice, and then you actually perform something, those qualities that are more subtle when you're saying test 1 2 come out in a way that the test 1 2 doesn't reveal. So
Yeah, you can kind of push the mic into some really neat saturation.
yeah.
And the difference I probably the biggest difference I heard right away between the 47X and the actual 47 was the 47X is a little bit rounder. Like, the regular 47 pulls, that's why I like it on overheads. It pulls the cymbals out. It's like bam, drums, transients come right at you. And the 47X kind of rounds that off and adds a little like that thickness underneath, which is kind of cool. And they are we just did a video on it. I would say, Ernesto, same thing. They're not the same microphone. No. They definitely serve a different purpose.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite bass tones that we
Was
got
the
with Minnows and with the
47X,
47X. Oh man, it was great.
Yeah. Tell me the name of that. That's your new series, right?
No, that was That was just for the 47X.
Oh, that was the 47X video. Yeah, yeah.
Now that is also on the first video of the new series. It's coming out tomorrow. It's the overheads. So
Okay.
I had those on the overheads for that too.
So so that's going to be on the Ultimate Studios channel
Tomorrow.
and the new series is called
It's Cue the Tape.
Cue the Tape.
Yep. Talking about going back to the 90s. We're recording to the tape machine
Yes.
that was
Right on.
built in the
My
93.
first demo was on tape when I was 14. It was at this it was incredible. I didn't know what was happening in the music industry at that
Go to this
point.
guy's house, they're rewinding it. It's like a metal band on the tape, and then we record over it.
It sounded great.
Yeah, there's no Command Z, so you you record over it is gone.
I've heard from multiple sources that like 80% of Sly Stone's music was the same, like 2 reels of tape. But he just kept going over it over and over and over again.
I could see that, yeah. Tape is fun. But yeah, so that's Cue the Tape, and the 47Xs are on the overheads, on the drums for that one.
Cool. Yeah, the 67X and the 47X on drums are really interesting. I found because they do a little compression when you hit them harder.
Yeah.
Which basically means that the transient that you put in doesn't necessarily come out at full height, sort of. Like the top of that is compressed a little bit, but it doesn't sound compressed.
Well, that's that natural thing that happens when you hit a transformer hard.
Yeah.
Kind of just without, it's like saturation compression kind of thing, and it's cool.
It's a different thing than what you'd get out of an outboard compressor, but
Hitting a 67 hard with electric guitar is really cool.
yeah. But it makes them a little easier to mix, I find, too, as a completely amateur mixer, because otherwise, like if your transients are super accurate, then you have to use a bunch of compression to get something to sit down.
That's why saturation is so popular right now.
Yeah.
Especially in the digital world.
Yeah, because you don't have a tape to do it for you, because that's what part of the sound of tape is. The tape couldn't reproduce those
transient,
harsh transients either. So
rounds them off a little bit in a very nice way.
Cool. So that's the rundown, and maybe we do a little outro. Drew, you up for a little like solo bass madness for a little outro music?
Sure.
That was easy.
Not to put you on the spot, but
You're not putting him on the spot. He loves it.
Any requests?
no, whatever you got.
Okay.
So, are we muted? Are we?
No.
Oh, good. Okay. So, thanks for joining us, everybody. Drew's going to play us out, and if we don't come back, we'll see you next time. All right.
Very nice.
Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Tammy, so much for coming out. What a great show.
Yeah.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Ernesto. And
Glad to have him back in the studio. It's
more fun to be here.
yeah. They have to
So
pull
we'll
the
be-
hologram out.
We're hoping to be back in March. So, yeah, stay tuned. Jump on the Roswell mailing list to be notified of future live streams and other good stuff. And I think that's it.
We good to go? All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Yep. See you next time.